Antelo, broker and team leader of the Houston broker team at Keller Williams, and I'm going to talk today about my 5 favorite neighborhoods in Houston. Before I get started, if you have any questions about Houston and you want to get information on everything that's happening in Houston, please sign up to my YouTube channel so you can get notified as soon as the videos come out. So my number 1 top favorite neighborhood is Oak Forest. I happen to live here. My husband and I designed our home. We've been here for 3 years and we absolutely love it. The reason I love Oak Forest is it's a very quiet neighborhood. It has lots of trees, mature trees everywhere, and you can walk to the bayou, ride your bike. You see a lot of families running around and being outdoors, so it's always really nice to have that neighborhood feel. It's gotten quite expensive in the past 3 years, which is both good and bad. It's a very sought after neighborhood because some of the properties are zoned to Oak Forest Elementary, which is a very well rated school. So properties that are zoned to Oak Forest Elementary are going to be significantly more expensive than homes that are not. A lot of people just look for that school. And with good reason. So it's a neighborhood that has been appreciating for a long time. It's changing a lot, so you can find lots of new construction. This is also a neighborhood that is very easy to commute. You're very close to 290, I-10. You can very easily get to downtown in 20 minutes. You are in Midtown. So definitely a really good spot for families, a lot of young families with good schools. My second favorite neighborhood here in Houston is the Heights. I absolutely love the Heights because it's such a great combination of suburb feel, but also you're literally in the city. The Heights is still within 610, and it's amazing how much it's grown also in the past, even just the past few years. You can find lots of running trails, you can find restaurants and bars that you can walk to, and it's very hip. New things are coming up in the Heights at all times. So it's one of the hottest neighborhoods that I would say in Houston, especially inside of the city. People are looking to move into this area of town. Also getting very expensive, but there's still good opportunity to buy townhomes. If you're looking at single family homes that are zoned to Harvard Elementary, for example, the prices do tend to go upwards of $800. So yeah, it is definitely becoming pricey, but it's a great neighborhood. It's a place that I recommend people visiting Houston to take a look. My third favorite neighborhood is Montrose. Montrose is just a very well-established neighborhood right in the smack middle of the city. You can find more charming old homes. Like 1910. I know people from Europe are listening to this like, oh, 1910, but for Houston, that's quite old. So older properties, historic districts, lots of personality. I mean, Montrose is the place where you can find the antique shops, lots of art galleries, hipsters, great underground bars and restaurants. I particularly love Poison Girl. It's a little bar like right smack in the middle of Montrose, and it's just very cool and chill and laid back. It's got a walkability score of 10. You can literally walk and bike everywhere. In my opinion, it's one of the most walkable neighborhoods in Houston. You can also see lots of new construction coming in. A lot of the contemporary modern homes are popping up in in Montrose. So it's a very eclectic neighborhood. You can expect to find lots of different things. My fourth favorite neighborhood here in Houston is Midtown. When I moved to Houston a little bit over 10 years ago, we bought a condo in Midtown, and we really had the best parties, nightlife. It's wonderful. It's literally walking distance to downtown. You can jump on the metro and be at Herman Park Medical Center, very close to Galleria also. So definitely a part of town for young professionals, bachelors, bachelorettes, people that are out and about in town. We had some great party experiences in places such as Barbarella. That was our favorite hotspot. We literally walked there from our townhome. But we never missed any of the shows that were happening at Herman Park because we would just jump on the metro and be there in about 10 minutes. So definitely a fun spot of town. And I would say people that live there are in their mid-20s, early 30s. It's that kind of young professional vibe. Not a lot of families with kids. It's mostly the party scene. And then my fifth favorite neighborhood in Houston is Edo. It's a newer, more industrial part of town where you can expect to also find very modern construction, also very eclectic. This is an area of town where a lot of artists live, so you see a lot of street art, graffitis, also very walkable. You can take your bike everywhere, and there's a lot of growth in this side of town. There is the East River project, so they're expanding the bayou all the way to the east end, and they're planning for more retail spaces, restaurants and bars, so you can expect Edo to really be kind of more than up and coming. I mean, this is a place that has already been happening for quite some time. You have the Dynamo, you have a Toyota Center nearby, and just stadiums. This is where people gather to watch sports, and it's just a great place to be just walking around, looking at the street art and grabbing some amazing food. There's food from all over. My favorite little spot in Edo is a coffee shop called Toot Sweet, and they have amazing cupcakes and coffee, and it's just a really cool place to hang out. So yeah, these are my top 5 neighborhoods that I recommend to people that are moving into Houston. So depending on your budget, depending on your vibe and what you're looking for, I'm happy to point you in the right direction. Of course, these are only 5 neighborhoods of the hundreds of neighborhoods that exist here in Houston. So I am happy to point you in whatever that direction is for you and your family. So if you have any questions about any of the neighborhoods here in Houston, you can contact me today. This is Dani Antelo, team leader and broker of the Houston broker team at Keller Williams.